to be.
Okay, we're live on YouTube. All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to Style So Me. Erin here, and I got my business bestie, Charlene Walton here.
Hey y'all.
And we're going to be talking about how a business bestie can really level up your entrepreneurial journey. So I'll let you guys know we're going live on Facebook and on YouTube. So make sure to hop in the comments and let us know if you're here. And if you have a business bestie, make sure to tag them and send them a link and bring them on over to come and chat with us about accountability and all of that good stuff, right? So if this is your first time joining me, I'm Erin, again, Style So Me. I'm the owner of Style So Me Pattern Company, and I also give business advice to makers who make stuff and want to sell stuff. So this is why you're here, to learn about some things to help you kind of level up and get to, you know, where you want to be in your business, because you can't do it alone. And so I'll let Charlene introduce herself.
Hey guys, nice to see everyone, or nice for you all to see us today. My name is Charlene Walton. I am a beauty and lifestyle blogger and founder of my blog TexturedTalk.com, which I started about almost 4 years ago now. Yeah, I started in 2014. And my whole mission with my blog is to empower women through beauty, business, and self-care. Those are the three things that I love talking about. I love sharing experiences about. And so, yeah, that's just who I am. That's it.
We started our blogs in the same year.
Really?
I just realized that, yes.
It feels like dog years. It feels like I've been blogging forever.
Yes.
It's only been 4 years.
So yes. So also, I wanted to talk about how we met and how I slid in her DMs, because this actually, the reason I wanted to do this topic and especially do it with her is because in a past live, someone asked me about how to network and how to get clients and how to just kind of meet different people. And I was like, you got to get out. And it was a recent podcast interview that I did where I shared that I go to events alone for the most part, because, you know, I can move freely and I don't have that kind of, I don't know. I don't feel judged the way I move around a room when I have somebody with me, and you don't feel like you need to
like stay with them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to go over here. Like, do you want to come? It's
Exactly.
like, no, I'm just going to do my own thing.
Exactly. And so we met actually after I saw Charlene speaking on the Boss Women Who Brunch. I'll make sure to put that link in the description as well. But at the Boss Women Who Brunch event, it was my first one, and she was speaking on the panel. And I was getting ready to start selling physical products on Style So Me, and I knew that I had no idea where to start. And so I was too shy to say something to her, like in person. And so I was like, well, let me think about this and kind of learn how to approach it. Hi, Cynthia. And so what I did was I sent her a DM on Instagram, and I think I said something to the effect of, you know, hi, I'm Erin, and something to the effect of, you know, I'm in this industry of sewing patterns, and I'm getting ready to transition over into the e-commerce space. If there's anything that I can do to be a resource to you, let me know. It was something like that.
Yeah, I don't quite remember, but I remember I saw it and I was like, okay. Like, this sounds cool.
Yes. And I was scared, you know. I always talk to you guys about you're going to be scared. It's something about whatever it is that you have to do, however like minor it may seem, it may feel like such a big deal, because you think, what if she doesn't respond? What if she just be like, girl, you know, because I've heard that people have done that. People have experienced that. And so, and I've, you know, sent messages and not gotten a reply before, but I still chose to go for it, you know? So I chose to approach her because, one, we had a common thing. You know, she was in e-commerce. I was trying to get into e-commerce, but we were not in competing industries. And I thought that that was very important.
Yeah, definitely. Because I know sometimes people can slide in your DMs asking for help, but sometimes they're like asking for the playbook. Like, how did you exactly do this? How did you get started? And it's like, I can point you in the right direction for some resources, but I can't give you my whole playbook because, you know, hey, like, that's my secret sauce.
Right.
So I did appreciate that Erin was from a different industry. And she just came correct. Like, she was very genuine. Like, hey, I want to link up. We were both in Dallas, so that was easy. She was like, hey, I just want to chat and, learn about this and learn about you. And as adults, sometimes it could be so hard to like just make friends, just period,
Yes.
And a lot of my friends that I went to college with don't even live in Dallas. So I'm like, okay, well, here's a woman. We seem like we are like-minded. We have similar interests in business. I was like, what do I have to lose to not go to brunch with this girl, not meet up with her? Like, what do I have to lose,
Yeah. And matter of fact, speaking of that, so in my initial message, I did not ask her to give me anything.
Yeah.
I said, I'm Erin, I do this, and how can I be of a resource to you? And then she responded with her phone number, and we connected. And I think we have damn near talked almost every day ever since then.
Yes, it's so crazy.
It's been over a year.
It's been over a year. And that's very rare. Like, you don't find connections like that as an adult where you kick it off that easily. But I do remember when we went to brunch, it wasn't just like a take. Like, we were continuously pouring into each other. Like you always hear the saying, iron sharpens iron. So it's like, she's dropping gems on me, I'm dropping gems on her. We having aha moments. And I'm like, damn, I'm so glad I responded to that DM. And I went to breakfast with this girl. I think we talked for maybe like an hour and a half.
Yes.
Because then my friend showed up and then we talked for some more. But it was really good. So unexpected. It's like going on a blind first date.
Yes.
And then you kick it off. And then you're like, damn, like, I might marry this man. That's exactly how it was. It just worked out so well.
Yeah, it did. And it was kind of one of those moments where when you do something and you get a positive response from it, it makes doing it easier again. You know what I mean? And not only that, when you build up that relationship and you're not take, ask, gimme from the beginning, when you take the time to invest into that relationship, my resources are her resources. Right. Her resources are my resources. And I remember the first big impact that she had for me is I text her about something not related to shipping in a business. And some kind of way you asked me what I was paying for shipping per pattern. And I told her, she said, girl, what are you doing? And she's like, hold on, let me call you. And she showed me how to configure my shipping and everything in my Shopify store for my sewing patterns. And it saved me so much money. And it saved my customers money because they weren't having to pay like a whole bunch of shipping. So that relationship had a direct impact to my business and to my customers. And it's those things where I didn't even know I was doing it wrong.
Yeah. I remember that conversation like it was yesterday. Because, okay, so just a little background story about my previous business. I owned a online beauty supply store where I sold natural hair products. So the average product is like 8 ounces,
much heavier,
4 ounces, heavier, way heavier than a sewing pattern. So I'm getting people that are buying like 3 and 4 products. So it's like 3 or 4 pounds I'm shipping out. So it's like $8, $6 here, $7 there. So when she told me she was spending like, she's like, oh girl, I just do like the flat rate for like $4.95 or $6.95. I'm like, what? I'm like, girl, this shit cost you like $1, $2 at the max. I was like, oh no, I have to call her. And I think one of my other girlfriends, she owns a cosmetic company, Lip Fetish. She makes organic, vegan, handmade lipsticks. Very beautiful. And I think I told her the same thing one day. I'm like, y'all are gonna kill me with the shipping. Like, if you don't go get some mailers for like 20 cents from Uline and stick a postage thing on there, like, it was the craziest thing ever. I'm so glad I could help you with that.
Girl, that was like, that's what we remember about the conversation. We don't remember what the original conversation was about, right? But I mean, it's just been a huge, huge impact. So what kind of other impact has it had for you to really connect with other women in this industry and form relationships specifically about business?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, like so many things. I'm a continuous learner. I feel like you should continue to learn. So I always pick up just little nuggets and pieces, whether it's through a conversation that we're having, whether it's reading, listening to a podcast, reading a book, going to an event. But I know for Aaron, with the relationship that we've had, Aaron has really helped me just kind of get out of my own way and stop overthinking stuff. And she's really good about being strategic and mapping things out and what you're supposed to do. I do remember on our first meeting, I was saying like, oh, I have all these ideas. Like I have this ebook and I want to do this and I want to do that. And you're like, so why aren't you doing it? Like you already have this. And I'm like, well, I have the email. And she was like, this is what you need to do. You need to set it up. This girl's like a whiz at anything email marketing. And so I was like, you know what? I do need to do it. Like I need to get out of my way. I need to go ahead and do it. So just continuing to have those conversations and not being scared and just being vulnerable to let other people know, I don't know how to do this. Like, what am I doing? I'm so lost. I'm so confused. Like, I need help getting out of my own head. And I think a lot of times as business owners, we're scared to show weakness, to show other people like that you don't have it going on. Like, we're all just trying to figure it out, like from day to day. We're all winging it. Trust me, ask any entrepreneur. We're all winging it. So if you allow yourself to be vulnerable and just really open up and like, hey girl, I don't really know how to do this. Like, do you know how to do this? You'll just be amazed at the relationship you can cultivate.
And I've never felt any kind of judgment from anybody when I reached out. You know, I've reached out to Marty of Boss Women Who Brunch again, and I said, hey, I need help pitching myself. Do you have something, some resources, something I can use? And she sent me her own pitch deck. Like that's not something people share.
No,
she sent it willy-nilly, but it's because we built that relationship. You know, and now Charlene works with Marty on Boss Women Who Brunch and has cultivated that relationship to be now a part of that team. So it's expanded her business and her personal brand. These things happen, you know, offline. You know, they may start online, but eventually you have to move past the like of the picture and the comment on the picture and try to reach out and make a genuine connection. Because, you know, 10,000 followers on Instagram, 50,000 on YouTube, you know, she got like almost 25,000 just on Instagram. And it's just like everybody you're dropping a bucket, you know, just with everybody that's trying to compete for your attention all the time. You know, the DMs, the comments all the time, that's great. And we consume that as engagement for social media purposes. But when it comes to building a genuine relationship, you've got to move that offline, but you've got to do it in a respectful way.
And I'm glad you mentioned building genuine relationships because that's really the key to networking. Like people get networking so confused. They're like, oh, I'm going to this networking event, and we get so caught up in the hype of, oh, I know this person, they want to name drop, but it's like when you network, the purpose should really be to get to know that person and learn something about them and learn, just like we said before, how we can be a resource to each other. Like it's good that you know someone and you can name drop, but do you really know that person? Like if your name was brought up in conversation, will that person be like, oh yeah, I met them before? Or will they be like, oh, I know her. She runs an online, you know, sewing academy and she sells patterns. And then last year in her business, this happened and she just partnered with this brand. Like that's how you really network and get to know someone. It's more than just kind of like standing around and sipping a cocktail. You know? And networking can be hard too, but if you go into something with a purpose, like I really want to get to know this person, that's how the real networking, you know, works. You have to be like top of mind for someone like, oh, I need a pattern for such and such. Oh, Erin, I know her, you know?
So, and I'm an introvert. She's an extrovert.
I'm an extroverted. What is it? Ambivert. Yeah. Ambivert. I'm one of those. No, I'm an extrovert. I am. But, you know, my fiance is an introvert. So I think I've possessed some of his qualities over time. I'm a little bit of both.
He contaminated you. But you know, for me, I don't enjoy networking events. I don't, because I come home with a purse full of business cards that I don't even remember half of these people. And it got to a point where I just stopped going, and I just started to work on cultivating the relationships with people that I already knew. and tapping into my personal network and saying, this is what I'm doing now. You know, you guys kind of keep me top of mind or whatever. And people will see that's how you're making moves, and they'll think of you. And just like Charlene said, you want people to know you enough to say when your particular lane comes to their attention, then they know who to recommend. You know, and we talked about this live yesterday. We talked about standing out from the competition. You want to be specific enough to where you are known for a certain thing. Like she knows, even though I do sewing, she knows that if she has a question about email marketing, that she can come to me. We just left brunch, and I was talking to her about content, like blogging and photos and, you know, visual content. I was like, I need to talk to you about that because she is a master at that, and I freaking suck at it.
Oh my gosh. It makes me smile because I'm a master at visual content. Like, because I'm working so hard at it.
I was like, she's always posting, and here I am. It's been like a week since I posted something. And so to be able to lean on that other person, not all the time, you need to give more than you get, please. But to be able to lean on that person when the time, you know, presents itself, that's really where these types of relationships really come in handy.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how to approach someone.
Yes. I have so many thoughts on this. So I've been approached by a lot of people, and, you know, I approach people as well. And I was telling Aaron the other day, you know, I met up with someone and it was great, but it was one of those situations where it was just like a give. Like I left almost feeling like I should have charged for this because, you know, I was giving away so much great gems, which is good, but you don't ever want to leave something feeling drained and you feel like you didn't get anything back. So I used to be very anti-slide in the DMs type person. I'm old school. I'm like, if you want to read it to me, send me an email. My email's in my bio or whatever. But I'm starting to realize that just the landscape is changing and people do DM. You know, that's kind of like your soft core introduction. So I say, if you slide in someone's DM and you want to connect, be prepared that they might not respond. And if they don't respond, then you need to follow up with like a proper email. And if someone does respond in a DM, don't continue that conversation in DM. Take it now to the next step. It's like, I'm not going to be chatting with you on DM back and forth all day, girl, because I'm probably not even going to be logged back into my Instagram or my Facebook. So it's like, if you really want to make a connection, you feel like, okay, I'm scared, so let me just send a DM. Let me send a message. That's fine. But once that person responds back, hey, can I get your email so we can further this conversation? Can I get your phone number so we can further this conversation? Perfect. Once you do that, don't be that person that's like, oh, I would love to chat one day. Okay, when? Like, say, hey, yeah, I'm free this Thursday afternoon or this Friday for drinks. Like, what works for you? Can I put something on your calendar? Like, everybody's busy. We have friends, husbands, children, businesses, everything. Got some visitors, don't worry. Like, everyone is busy, so it's like, be intentional, make that plan, take the next step, follow up, all of that information. So those are the tips. Yes. Sorry, guys, we're in my apartment. They're doing tours. Yeah, don't worry. And so another tip is when you approach people, you want to make sure that you're specific about what you need. I have mentioned this before. Like, when you say, let's say we're having this conversation. We're like, okay, well, I'm available this Thursday at dinner, 6 o'clock. Are you available to talk? What do you want to talk about? Yes, I forgot to mention that. Because I've had people reach out to me and I'm like, they're like, oh, can we meet up for drinks or for coffee? I'm like, sure. What, is there anything in particular you want to talk about? Because I don't have time all day because maybe we can get this done in an email. Yes, What do you want to talk about? Because maybe I'm not even who you really should be talking to. That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, sometimes you may think that, you know, I'm that girl or she's that girl to answer all of your questions, but we may have a better resource for you to actually help you get the information that you need. You know what?
I'm not really good at that, but I know somebody that I can point you to.
Right.
And if you have started that relationship off on the right foot, they will happily refer you to help you get the information that you need. But if it starts on the wrong foot, you're going to run into a brick wall immediately. Mm-hmm. Another tip from me is do your research first. I would say about 80% of the comments, messages, while well-intentioned, well-meaning, that information is readily available. I actually put it in my Instagram profile that I do not sell for hire. Like the emoji, the Wakanda Forever emoji is right there.
That's not what I do.
Yeah. And people still will email me and will ask me if I sell for hire or DM me. And I'm like, but you had to go through my profile to see that information to even send me.
Oh my God!
Help me out.
I just had an epiphany. I texted her about something that happened recently with me. So my Instagram page is still up from when I had my online beauty supply store for Textures Natural Hair Care. In the bio, it says, "We are officially closed for business. Thank you for your support over the past 2 years." The last post says, "We are officially closed." And do you know people still send me emails saying, "Hey, how can we get my products in your store? I want to sell your products online." I'm not responding to that because one, I'm not giving you my energy because you don't even have enough sense
to read. It's right there.
And you saying like, "Oh, I found you on Instagram." The website is not even up yet anymore. The website does not go to anything. So I'm like, where are you getting this information? So that is the quickest way for someone not to respond to you.
Yes.
If you don't do your research. Yes. I'm like, you're going to waste my time.
And on the flip side, when you send an email and say, "You know what, I read your blog post about blah, blah, blah. I had this takeaway, but I still have some questions about this. Can you help me out?" Girl, I will sit on email and write you a 4-page letter. Because you have shown me that you did the work, you read some stuff, regardless of if it's my stuff, but you did something and you just need a little help getting unstuck. Mm-hmm. Girl, we friends now. I will help you do whatever it is you need to do. So, Hannah. Let me tell you, Hannah's my superstar. I'm gonna tell you about her when we get out here. Hannah's my superstar. So anyway, hey Patricia, and so that's really key. Before you approach somebody, kind of know a little bit about their story. You know, I was able to hear Charlene's because I saw her at an event. I would not have otherwise just sent her a random DM. You know what I mean? Now you don't have to wait and comment and, you know, for 6 months on their pictures and stuff like that before you send the email. No, just send a well thought out question and just be respectful of their time and say thank you.
Yes, definitely. Definitely say thank you.
I can't tell you, girl, how many times I have sat and damn near coached somebody in an Instagram DM just because I had time that day. And I'm like, okay, I can answer these questions. Or if they had questions about something on my site.
Yeah.
And that person will end that conversation with my reply. If you ask me a question, my reply should not be the last one of that conversation. Meaning this person did not even take the time to say thank you.
Yeah, that goes a long way.
Do you think that if that person ever reached out to me again that I would help them? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. And so it's just being, you know what? Come to people online with the same energy that you would come to them in person.
That's a good point.
That's it. Because if I step up to you at a networking event and I ask you a question about something, I introduced myself to her then and just said, you know, hey, can I be a resource or whatever. Then if she's like, oh yeah, you know, or asked her a question and she gave me the answer, I wouldn't just turn around and walk off.
Yeah, you'd be like, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Damn.
Pretend you were in person with that person.
Yeah. I know we have to wrap up soon, but another quick comment I had was like, be prepared if people tell you no and that they actually charge for their services, because some people do. They're just like, I don't talk to people for free. Like, they're coaches, they're consultants. So that's just how some people are.
Yes. And sometimes when you're asking those questions, because sometimes you just have a genuine question and you're not necessarily looking for a consultation, you got to be clear. About that, you know.
And if you really do want to use that person as a resource, you can even come forward and say, hey, do you offer consultations for this? Because that is going to make that person who you're seeking information from feel so valued already. Like, oh, this person is willing to pay me. I'm gonna tell you for free, but you're willing to pay me, so I'm really about to help you. Exactly. Like, come correct and be like, hey, I know you're great at email marketing. I'm just wondering, do you offer one-on-one coaching or consultations for this? And it's like, oh, damn, you value me that much? Mm-hmm. You want to pay me? Girl, I'm going to give you all the tea.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's hop on a Skype call. Now, I'm not saying everybody going to do it. We're not saying that. But just be respectful of people's spaces, their boundaries. If you already know that they're a coach or a consultant in some kind of area, be expectant that they may send you their booking form and move accordingly. If that's how they approach it, if they are just like, you know what, we don't have a relationship, I'm not sure, this is how we're going to interact, then move accordingly. Don't try to weasel your way around that, because they're definitely not going to want to work with you at that point or help you. Or most importantly, they're going to walk away from that interaction with you with a bad taste in their mouth, and word travels fast.
Yeah, definitely.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, when people get out of pocket on like comments or something like that, I screenshot them and send them to her, and we talk crap.
Me too.
That's just what we do. I'm like, girl, did you see that screenshot? Did you see this comment somebody left? Promise you, word travels fast. So I'm telling y'all, just please. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining us and talking about this business bestie thing. And I want to encourage you to go out and find your business bestie. You can do it. Don't be scared. And just keep, being intentional about how you want to use that time.
Yes, don't be afraid to reach out to people and just make the first move. Yes. Thank you so much, Erin, for having me.
You're welcome.
I hope she invites me back to do some more.
Yes, I will. And you can find Charlene at 𝐔𝐩𝐝𝐚𝐭𝐞. Her information will be in the description area for this video. And I also am going to link to, we didn't get to talk about it today because real talk, I didn't charge my laptop, so it's about to die. So I'm so sorry. You're like, are we going to And so I'm going to link to you a blog post that she wrote that was very, very transparent in her journey of how she pivoted in her business. And how, she just kind of took the opportunity to view those things as lessons. And I was there right along with her. Yeah. We had those talks as she was going through those decisions. And so I was happy to be, a shoulder that she could lean on during this time. Hannah, her IG is the same as at @TechStrictTalk. And so I'll add that to the video as well. So make sure you All right, bye everybody.
Bye, you guys.